Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Weekly Harvest. I'm your host, The Harvester. Now I know what you're thinking. Luke, what exactly is the Weekly Harvest? Well, thanks for asking, random citizen. I'm about to tell you. The Weekly Harvest is a talk show where I give my feedback and opinions on different forms of media. Each week I will be recognizing the top movies, songs, shows, and video games. As far as rules and how I decide what gets recognition that week, it can pretty much be anything in that category. Like, it can be any song that was ever released, just really what's, been playing in my head for most of the week, or what game I found myself playing the most over the week, or what movie that really stood out to me that week. Even if it was like released 10 years ago, it still qualifies for like movie of the week. But basically, that's how I'm going to be deciding. But without further ado, gang, let's get into this week's top picks. Let's move into movie of the week. And the top movie of the week is going to be none other than Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Little overview of the film is Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails reunite to battle mysterious new enemy Shadow. Shadow has powers that they've never seen before. And with their abilities outmatched in every single way, they form an unlikely alliance to stop Shadow and save the Earth. I honestly have nothing but good things to say about this movie. I may be a little biased because for those of you who know me, I'm a giant Sonic the Hedgehog fan. But with these movies, I feel like they've just gotten better and better. With the first one being a little like slower of a movie, and then the second one a bit more action, and then the third one is nothing but action. And it's so good. They do everything right. It is literally a kiss on the lips to Sonic fans. I think what makes these movies so good is just how much fun the actors have with the characters and everything. Like, the voice acting is incredible. I think for every single person they picked for the voice actors is perfect. Like, you got Ben Schwartz as Sonic. I think he does a great job at playing Sonic with all of his quips and everything. I mean, Keanu Reeves is Shadow. Oh my God. That's perfect. Chef's kiss. And I mean, you got Idris Elba as Knuckles. Oh, he plays Knuckles so well. I love the way they portray Knuckles in the movie. Like, kind of a dumb, like, muscly warrior. I think that's funny. I think it fits his character. And I mean, you got Tails' original voice actor playing the character that she's played forever and just, doesn't do anything wrong, doesn't miss a beat. It's perfect. The acting is, and like a Dr. Ivo Robotnik, Eggman, played by the legendary Jim Carrey. His physical comedy is on point in the movie, and just the way he portrays the character, I love the way he portrays Eggman. It's just, with his ad-libs that he does for most of the script, is so good. You never know what he's going to do next, and that's why I think it is so good. But yeah, if you haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I strongly encourage you to go see it. You'll have so much fun. I can't remember the last time I've had so much fun at the movies. It was great. I think they did everything right. Moving on to show of the week, I've decided to pick Ted Lasso as the show of the week. And for those of you who don't know what that is, here's the overview of the show. An American football coach is hired to manage a British soccer club. What he lacks in knowledge, he makes up for in optimism, determination, and biscuits. I love Ted Lasso. I think it's a very good, feel-good show. And I think Jason Sudeikis really hit a home run when he made this show and everything. And just the way he plays Ted is amazing. You want to have Ted as like your best friend. He's just such a good guy. And like the way he talks to his team and everything, he's a mentor to all of them. He's literally what every coach strives to be in their profession, their sport. You want to be around him. He makes those around him better. He makes people happy. And he's always doing stuff for everybody else. One thing I do really like about the show is like how funny all the characters are and like kind of how unique they all are too. I mean, they all got their own little side stories going on and everything. And like it's really refreshing to see all those and just like, God, the characters are fucking funny, man. Like, my favorite character probably needs to be Roy Kent. You'll meet him as soon as you start watching this show, but just fuck, it's so funny. He's cursing all the time because he's a footballer, and they're encouraged to curse, as he says. It's so good. But yeah, the show is 3 seasons long. They're not going to do any more as of right now. Ted's story's kind of finished up and everything. But yeah, 3 seasons, about 45-minute episodes, and about like 10 episodes per season, so about 30 episodes total. I mean, like, yeah, it's a good show, though. I highly recommend you guys check it out. All right, for Song of the Week, I chose a little number that's been stuck in my head for most of the week and been on constant repeat for me. A song called Waterman, actually made by my friend. Pothos is his artist name, but here's his little bio on Spotify for you guys. Pothos, also known as Taylor, is a 25-year-old artist from Portland, Oregon, dedicated to crafting beautiful and heartfelt tunes that connect deeply with the listeners. With a passion for storytelling and creativity, Taylor strives to create music that inspires and resonates, leaving listeners with a sense of peace and connection. Kind of fucked it up there at the end, but yeah, no. The song Waterman is based on a man who lives in the sea, and there's a woman that he loves that lives on land, but he can never be with her because he can never leave the sea. She can't even talk to him or hear him or see him because he lives in the sea. And it's kind of like on the sadder side because it's just so sad that he can never leave the sea to be with this woman that he's deeply in love with. And it sucks. It definitely is a more heartfelt song. I think it checks all the boxes of what Pothos wants to do with his music. I think it's a great song overall. But yeah, Pothos, you've won Song of the Week, bud. Congrats. And last but not least, we're moving into Video Game of the Week. For this Video Game of the Week, it's a game I've definitely been getting back into pretty hardcore, is Baldur's Gate 3. Now, for those of you who don't know what Baldur's Gate 3 is, Baldur's Gate 3 is a 2023 role-playing game based off the tabletop fantasy role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons. It's a turn-based combat style game where you make your character, like, the role-playing aspect. It's like, so you can make a paladin, you can make a fighter, you can make an archer. But basically, role-playing game, you can do pretty much whatever you want. And that's why I really like this game, is like, if you want to be the hero, you can be the hero. If you want to be the villain, you can be the villain. You can basically do whatever you want. And I think there needs to be more of that in games. I mean, yeah, it's great when there's like a hero story and everything, but it's like, I want to do my own thing. Like, Miles Morales. Nah, I'm going to do my own thing. But yeah, no, it's a great game. It's something I've definitely been getting into more again, just because there is so many endings. Like I said, and what I've really hit home on, it's so many endings, so many choices. And I mean, like, the combat is really good too. Like, people like, can turn-based combat be fun? Yes, it can, because there's so much you can do. Like, you can attack the environment. So say someone's on like a wooden structure and you attack it and it fucking topples over. Boom, they're dead. They take fall damage. Like, there's so much you can do. Like, if there's grease on the ground, you can throw a fireball at it and then boom, big old explosion. If there's water on the ground and you use a lightning spell, it creates an electric puddle, basically. So there's so much you can do with the combat and like everything, and especially leveling up your characters too. You can make a character who's good in one field, or you can multi-class them and make them into like fucking death itself, basically, with all the magic and like melee combat they have. Or you can just be a bard who's just, fucking on the fucking strings. I don't play guitar, so I don't know what that was. I don't even have fucking finger control, guys. So yeah, I would never play guitar. But I digress. But yeah, no, it's definitely a super fun game. If you have, like 400 hours of spare time, I recommend playing it. It's a long game, and It's like playing an actual D&D campaign. It's fucking crazy, guys. And that concludes this week's weekly harvest, guys. I'm super excited about this show. It's something I definitely wanted to do for a while now, and like I definitely have a lot of fun talking about like the shows, the songs, and like sharing it with you guys. I think that's a lot of fun. Definitely like recommending new stuff to people to try and everything, because I love when people recommend stuff to me. So I thought I would just, make a show to showcase all that stuff and, just have fun with it overall and everything. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching the video and everything. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to do this every single week. Back next week with a new top choice for movie, show, song, and game. Those are the categories I'm probably going to be sticking to. I might add some new ones depending on how things are and everything. But yeah, overall, I think those are the ones I want to stick to. But anyways, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Bye.